Good morning, everyone. My name is Magdalena Barragan. I'm the Executive Director. I'm joined by Robert Rodriguez, who is one of our advisors for the Study Abroad Office. And we are also known as the International Education Office, so we use the name interchangeably. Our office is the one-stop shop for studying abroad. So anything you need to know, if you're curious about opportunities, locations, credits, any of that, those types of questions, this is where you would want to come. We encourage students to check out our virtual drop-in hours. You don't have to come in physically. You can schedule appointments online. You can see a variety of options. Again, all our study abroad advisors and coordinators are there and available to help give you guidance. And you can also be connected with study abroad returnees. These are students who've come back and who've experienced these opportunities. Sometimes that's really helpful to understand how they did it, what it was like, and maybe just answer more specific questions that you might have about being a student abroad. This week is a really special week for us. It's called our Global Learning Opportunities Week. It only happens once a year at UCLA. And this is the week where we create a lot of informational sessions for you. You should check out our website. It's www.ieo.ucla.edu/glow. There are just every kind of session available to give you all of the information and details that you might need when you're considering study abroad opportunities. Again, it's this week only, October 17th through 21st. And I do want to give a plug to the fact that we'll be on campus tomorrow by the Brew and Bear from about 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you're in the area getting lunch or walking through to get to class, please stop by, talk to us. We're there to answer questions, and we'd love to talk to you. In this session, we're going to do an overview of the types of summer programs that we have available. We have a variety of programs, how you can fund these program options, and what the steps are to apply, as well as how to reach us or contact us for further questions. So we're going to start with the Study Abroad 101, and this is important to highlight. We ran the Study Abroad 101 session yesterday. You can actually view it on our website. And this session today is meant to build on that. So we encourage all students who are interested in studying abroad to start with the 101, where we go over the program types, credit transfer, costs and funding, application process and timeline. So all the essentials are covered in that 101. It's important to review that session if you didn't attend in person yesterday. Again, you can find it on our website. What's covered in this session is about discipline or regions of the world, programs with focus or strong offerings in your discipline or region, and a Q&A, of course. To help you narrow down the programs that you might be interested in, we have a tool on our website, and you see the bit.ly link there. And you can just simply go to that link and search by country, by major, by credit type, or by program type. And it's intended to give you some recommendations and suggestions. These are not the only ones. I encourage students who are already in a specific major, to think about not just your own major, but what general education requirements can you satisfy abroad? Sometimes that's helpful for students who are in impacted majors who think that they can't study abroad. I definitely want to make sure that you leave today knowing you can study abroad. Summer creates a great opportunity for all majors. You don't have to worry about not getting into a particular class during the academic year. There's a lot more flexibility. And there again are a variety of program types, variety durations, and certainly lots of destinations for you to consider. So the summer program types, which is what this session is all about. Again, you can find more details about all of the offerings on the 101 and some of the other sessions offered today, but we'll go right into the summer program types at UCLA.
Welcome everyone. So as you can see, we have 3 different type of programs that offer summer only options. Number 1, the UCLA Travel Study faculty-led program, the UCLA Global Internship program, and the UC Education Abroad program, known as UCEAP. also has summer options. So we'll start getting into some examples and detailed information for each individual type of program. First up, we have UCEAP. While abroad, you're earning obviously UC units and maintaining your UCLA student status. So your status as a UCLA student does not change while abroad. These summer opportunities consist of satisfying GEs, major minor requirements, internship opportunities, research opportunities. You can fulfill your language requirements abroad, or even electives are also available. Eligibility requirements consist of a minimum GPA and class level. A very few number of programs will have a language requirement. Each program will have it, like as mentioned, its own GPA and class level. As long as you meet the eligibility requirements and meet all deadlines, you should be going abroad. And with that said, maintaining your eligibility as well. So as long as you're maintaining your eligibility and meeting deadlines, because there will be several as while you're waiting to depart. And while we're speaking on the application process, there is no UCEAP application fee. Spots are given on a first come, first serve basis for most programs. If interested in the fall, summer, and year options, you can apply now. But if any of these options are limited space programs, then you can begin to apply November the 1st. That's when all applications for limited space programs will open. So any program that's not limited space, for example, the Yonsei University summer program, it's open now, but the Yonsei fall, spring, and year option will open November 1st because those terms are limited space programs. In January, all spring options will open, including limited space programs offered during the spring term. So in January, the spring programs will open. So this is a snapshot of what the UCEAP website looks like, specifically the program filter. In this example, I filtered out summer options only. So this will help you access summer programs only offered through UCEAP. And then you can use other features of the filter to narrow your search even further. For example, if you're interested in summer programs in Europe, then you will click region, for example, within the filter, click Europe, and then the number of summer options will shrink. It will become much smaller, obviously, because it will remove summer options outside of European programs. So this is a great way to help you narrow down your search based on summer, based on region. And you can also use a filter for other options, for example, by subject area, by experience type. When we say experience type, for example, if you're interested in summer internships or summer language programs, those are two examples of an experience type. So you can filter out programs based on that. And also within this snapshot, you'll see there are at the top three, three individual programs: biodiversity, the Ghana program, the Copenhagen summer program, and within each individual box, you will see the minimum GPA requirement for that program, the language prereq, if any. As you can see, all three do not have one. The class level requirement, and all programs are taught in English. So if the language barrier is a concern or something you think it's maybe a challenge, like that's something that shouldn't worry too much about. All courses are taught in English. Then we have the UCLA Summer Travel Study. This program option will begin registration November the 16th, which is next month, and will also require a $300 non-refundable deposit to secure your spot in the program. So sometimes we get the question, what's the difference between EAP and travel study? Well, travel study is summer only, And it's led by UCLA faculty member. So UCLA professor will be traveling with you and teaching class abroad. And you'll see example of what the coursework will look like, example of the program length, and also travel study programs. The course work is already prearranged. So the coursework, the housing accommodation, all of that is already prearranged for you, and information regarding all of this information is also on the UCLA Summer Travel Study website. The next up, we have the UCLA Global Internship Program. Registration will open tomorrow. So we'll open tomorrow, wait, excuse me, not tomorrow, on the 24th through December the 4th. And it will also require a $300 non-refundable deposit to secure your space in the program. And as I mentioned, registration open next week on Monday, the 24th, not tomorrow. The internships are unpaid, and you will earn UC credit for these internships. So you see the number of hours there per week that you will be interning. So 32 to 40 hours. So it's a lot of time and to participate in this internship, but you will have all the support you need to have a successful and rewarding experience. And here you'll see the internship placement tracks and locations for the UCLA Global Internship Program, ranging from Cape Town, Vietnam, Colombia, for econ, education, engineering, poli-sci, public affairs, and global affairs. So these are the options are available now, and we expect that this program will continue to grow. When I say grow, in the future, I can definitely see an increase in internship placement tracks and destinations and so on. And this is one of our newer type programs. So again, this registration will open on the 24th of October. So you have time to take a look at these options on our website and learn more about it in detail and plan to register.
Okay, and I'll just mention that for the Global Internship Program, it is competitive and the application does take time. So please do go to that website and check it out. And similarly, there's a lot of questions about how competitive are any programs. Well, it really kind of depends on the peer group that's applying, the location, and how many spaces and opportunities. So it's kind of a complex rubric really to determine how competitive it is. My best advice to all of you is to go to the website as soon as you can, check out the application and the requirements. And if you're seriously interested, don't hesitate to apply when the applications and registration opens. Okay, we're going to get into funding options. How can we afford all of these great opportunities? There is financial aid available, and the majority of our participants make use of this benefit. It's really wonderful to help everyone offset the costs. There is a separate summer financial aid application that I think becomes available a little bit later in the spring. It is if you are financial aid eligible during the academic year, the likelihood is that you will also be financial aid eligible during the summer. And again, the aid is designed to cover your study abroad program costs, including airfare, lodging, all of the things that are included in the summer study abroad opportunities. What does financial aid mean for the summer? And that's true whether you do a summer session here at UCLA or you do a study abroad program through UCLA. It's usually a combination of grants, scholarships, and loans. That being said, what we have seen in the last few years is more heavily reliant on loans. And I want to make sure that you all know that that's a likelihood that you will have some kind of loan aid during the summer. And again, that's true whether you study abroad or you stay on campus for a summer session. We do have great, can we go back? Sorry. great scholarship opportunities, and we'll talk a little bit more about those in a sec. We want to make sure that you do your FAFSA application in time in March so that you can apply for financial aid for these summer programs. Travel study and global internships, again, I'll have a separate financial aid application, which opens up in the spring. Scholarships. We do have a variety of scholarships, and these are really important for you to think about and plan ahead. Make sure that you make the deadlines for these. There are need-based scholarships, there are identity-based scholarships, and merit-based scholarships. All of these are available. Some examples of the scholarships that you will find on our website are departmental scholarships. Sometimes these are, again, by program or department. So if you're a French major, a Spanish major, you may find that your department has special scholarships that you can apply towards study abroad. EAP and the study abroad office has scholarship opportunities ranging from $1,000 to $8,000. And you'll find all those details later on our website. And there are external scholarships. I'm just going to list a couple of the most commonly known here. The Gilman Scholarship is very generous. Diversity Abroad scholarships. There are really, really lots of options. Sadly, we do see that some scholarships are not awarded. And so we encourage students to really think ahead. This can certainly offset any loan debt that you may have. And thinking and planning ahead is critical here. Once you make the decision that you definitely want to study abroad, whether it's in the summer or at any time else during the academic year, my advice is to start to think about what scholarships you can use or apply for to help offset those costs. You can find more details at our scholarships opportunity webinar. That's this week, tomorrow, Wednesday at 3 p.m. Don't miss it. The whole session will be based around scholarships, giving you some guidance, information, telling you about what opportunities we are aware of. You can also find information on our website at ieo.ucla.edu/scholarships. And there will be a financial aid webinar as well. So there's a scholarship webinar that's tomorrow, and then the financial aid office is leading a webinar on Thursday to talk about summer financial aid and financial aid in general for study abroad opportunities and how it works. What are the expectations? I would recommend that you attend both of those if you're interested in finding out how to help fund these opportunities. And we'll switch over to Robert and how to apply.
So the steps to apply, by attending this session, you've already checked off step number 1, attending a study abroad info session. Number 2, clarify your study abroad goals. For example, do you wish to fulfill major requirements, GEs, minor requirements, or maybe a combination of these? Think about how long you want to be abroad. Would you like to go for a summer or beyond? And also think about where. So we have so many different locations. You can use the filter to figure out where you can go. You can look at all the study abroad options, locations for travel study, global internship. You can search programs by location, by subject area, and so on. And that's part of the research, the researching aspect of these programs. And then the funding options, as we just discussed, scholarship opportunities and financial aid. So please make sure to research scholarship opportunity and submit your FAFSA before the March deadline. And then talk to academic and major advisors. So for example, if you're looking to fulfill major requirements, then you will talk to the major department here at UCLA to discuss the coursework you plan on taking abroad, just to make sure you're taking the right classes. And then step 5, complete the application online. All 3 programs will have their own individual online portal, which we'll get into as we move along. For UCEAP, there's the website. The application process is very straightforward. You're basically plugging in your personal information like UCLA ID number, passport information, emergency contact, and so on. Eligibility criteria will vary by program, competitive or selective. The majority of the programs are not selective, but we do have some programs that have a limited number of spots. And then we have travel study and global internship, the links where to apply, online application, the travel study, like you, 18 and over can apply. First space for some program spaces are limited and given our first come first serve. For global internship, as mentioned, just mentioned the application process can be competitive, cumulative GPA, good academic standing, priority registration dates. As I mentioned, registration will open on the 24th. So start looking over the programs available on the website to see what's available, and hopefully submit a registration form and deposit to secure your spot. So now, we'll start getting into the Q&A questions. What is the meeting ID? I'm not sure if I understand that question. So if for some reason we're unable to answer your question or get to your question, you can reach out to our office directly. We will eventually put up that slide for you to see where you can contact us. Can apply to various programs at once. Only one application per term is possible. For example, you cannot apply to 2 different summer programs. It can only apply to one. If a program, for example, if a limited space program is waitlisted, then contact our office about applying to a second program. That is only on each individual staff member here that oversees these programs will work with you to figure something out. So again, the only time there's flexibility is if your top choice is a limited space program, and if it's waitlisted, then we can see about allowing a second application as a backup.
And also just bear in mind that the different programs have, some of the programs have a deposit requirement. So you may want to think very carefully about which program you want and really start to narrow down that selection. I can take the next question, Robert, is when do we find out if we are accepted into the program we've applied to? That's a good question. Generally, it's again, it's first come, first serve, with the exception of the global internship program. So it's a little bit like signing up for a class at UCLA. When you register, the system will give you prompts and tell you confirm this is your confirmation. So it kind of walks you through that process if the space is open and available. If it's not, you'll be led to waitlist information where that is open. And for internships, it's a little bit more complicated. The application is different. You need to upload a CV, and there's a statement and a couple of different things. And that application for the global internship is sort of a 2-phase acceptance. One is through the program, and the other is with the company that you are intending to apply. And again, you'll be given more guidance if you attend the global internship session. I believe that's running tomorrow. Check our website, and if not, go to just the general information for the global internship. So you walked through that process, and once you've cleared both of those acceptances, then you are ready to go.
The next question, who do we talk to about our academic requirements? So depending on your academic goals will determine who you will talk to. For example, if you're an econ major looking to fulfill econ major requirements abroad, then you will talk to the econ department. If you're looking to fulfill GEs, then that will be your general counseling unit. So that's how that process will go. So if you have any more questions about that, you can obviously reach out to our office directly.
And I'll just add to that, again, depending on the program type, the EAP programs give you UC credit, which can be You can request or petition for it to apply for major, minor, or GE. The travel study programs are UCLA created. It's a UCLA classroom abroad, so the credit is already there. And you can already tell from the offering how it applies. Major, minor, GE, diversity requirements that satisfies all those opportunities. The next question is about, if I'm a freshman, would I be considered a sophomore in the summer if the program is only for sophomores and above? Well, I just want to start by telling you we don't have a limitation. We actually really, really want to encourage freshmen to think about studying abroad as soon as possible. Summer is an opportunity for everyone, freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors. You don't have to wait. It's the most flexible term. Again, it doesn't interfere with your academic planning during the academic year. And the determination of whether you're a sophomore or freshman just isn't a necessity for the majority of our programs. But the only exception to that would be the global internship program, where I believe you need to complete a certain number of units before you apply. And so it tends to be more juniors who are eligible for that program. The next question is, would there be any charges or deadlines related to potentially pulling out of study abroad if we already submitted the application? Charges, I guess. If we already submitted the application and were accepted. So what we do is we have deadlines very similar to the academic year. So once you apply, you will also have a deadline for payment, for refunds, and that is just kind of a schedule, very much like it is during the academic year. I hope that answers the question. If not, ask me something else. Any other questions? I think we're at the end of the questions that we've received from the chat.
Please don't forget to sign up for our newsletter to get updates on study abroad for all of these program options, and stay updated. So again, this presentation will be uploaded to our YouTube account, so you will have access to view this presentation again and access to the QR code to our newsletter. And we have this is where you can find information on how to reach us. We have a virtual drop-in advising, which is open and available every day of the week, Monday through Friday. We have our email address there, and we also have our social media accounts. So please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at UCLA IEO. We can find information about programs, and we post pictures from UCLA returnees, and you can see visuals on where you can go, where students have been, and so on. So it's a great way to get a visual and see what the student experience is like. And again, thank you for joining us. Please continue to visit us throughout this Glow Week for other webinars, and don't forget to pay us a visit to Wednesday morning through the afternoon, and pick up some giveaways and some more information. Thank you for joining us, and have a great day.